Hello, and let's talk about the movie Death Note 2017. So I read some reviews of that movie, and a lot of people don't quite like it, and it has not a very good rating in such sites like IMDb, for example. But I quite like this movie. Well, first of all, maybe I should say about the plot. You see, I didn't read manga and I didn't watch anime. Well, I watched anime, but I don't remember it. I think I didn't finish it. So, okay, what about that movie? Well, the concept. You have Death Note. It is an object. It is a notebook. You can write in this notebook a name, and that person will die, okay? It is very simple. Also, we have God of Death. This God, he can give that Death Note to anybody just for fun. And he can, not only for fun, but he can take years of the person life. So if you killed someone with help of that Death Note, so this person didn't will not live, for example, 10 or 20 or 30 years, and these years will go to this God of Death. And there are a lot of rules in that Death Note. A lot of rules, maybe 80, maybe 100, I don't know, I don't remember. Well, for example, you should know the face of the person. You can write, circumstances of his death. If you will burn the page, so the person will not die. But you can burn only one page from that notebook. And so on. A lot of rules, and you should know all of them. But no, you shouldn't. You can just write some names, and it's all. So the concept is very good. And it can give you a lot of moral dilemmas. And it is also very interesting, because you can kill anybody without any circumstances. And the question is, would you do it? Would you kill, for example, some criminals or some military dictators or other persons? Okay, now let's go further. Well, this movie have got a lot of criticism, because this movie, didn't play well with the concept of the manga or the anime. But I will protect this anime. You see, if you start killing people with the help of that Death Notes, and if you are killing a lot of people, maybe hundreds or thousands, in that particular movie, this Light Turner, he killed 400 people. So what's next? Then they can understand how did you kill them. They can collect some information. You see, we have one killer from 7 or 8 billion people. It is hard to find this person, but this Light Turner, he has made some mistakes. First of all, when is he killing? You see, all we or a lot of us use the internet. And how do we use internet? We wake up at 7 o'clock usually, and then we look at our phones. Then we work for hours, and then we go for a dinner at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock p.m. and we have a lot of users in internet in that time zone. Then at 5 p.m. we go home and we use the internet from 5 p.m. up 11 p.m. and then we go to bed. So it is in each time zone, and if Kira, well, kills people in that period of time at 8 o'clock and at 5 o'clock and maybe at 1 o'clock, so you can understand in which time zone does he live. Then this Kira, how can he get information? From news. So you should watch where this news was translated. Or you can ask yourself, okay, who was killed? Person who were in news. Okay, so maybe he is in that area or in another area. So if that person died in this place and they translated news about him only in Seattle, so maybe he is in Seattle. Then, well, who are dying? Maybe they are rapers or pedophiles or killers or maybe military dictators or somebody else. And you see, if you know, who is dying and how are they dying, with it is terrible or it is not terrible, you can say something about Kira, something about his psychological, about his soul, about his motives, if he a woman, if Kira is a woman, if Kira is a man, how old is he, what is his social status, and so on. And this Light Turner, he got information from, police department. And now you can say that somebody who have access to policeman department, to their databases, he is Kira. So it is not very hard to understand who is Kira. I mean that if you will not protect yourself, if you not verify the time when these persons are dying, and if you will bring information from I don't know, from news, they will understand it very quickly. You don't need help for this. You don't need anybody for this. You just need, I don't know, 3 or 4 very good detectives or persons who can work with informations, and it's all. In this movie, I don't know, anybody could understand who is Kira, where does he live. You just have to collect data, and you have to work this with data. Yes, maybe if Kira would be a very, how to say it, a very aware, so he could verify times and circumstances of people who are dying. But anyway, if I would be a policeman, I could just show some criminals in different states of the USA, some news with different criminals, and if I understand that this criminal are dying in, for example, New York, so I can understand that this is from New York. Well, Kira is from New York. And then I will go further. You see, it is not a very big problem. And this is why they found out who is Kira in that movie so quickly. Just because they understand that very easy steps, that they make these very easy steps and they won very quickly. And I thought about that when I watched anime. So you suspend Light Turner in anime. Okay, they would just arrest him immediately and they would put him into prison, and he would sit into prison for years before they just can understand that he is a killer. I don't believe in justice in that case, not in the case when we have a deal with something unnatural. They would just put him into prison because when a state understands that it is in danger, the state begin to act, and the state don't think about laws and other things. The next I heard that in the manga and anime was some intellectual play between Kira and L. You see, this game would have ended in the time when they understand that Light is a Kira. Not they understand, but they will have any suspicion. If they think that Light is a Kira, they will take him and they will imprison him. And it's over all the game. You don't have intellectual game when you can finish the situation with your brutal force, I think. Then we have some moral dilemmas about that movie. Can you kill criminal? If you can do it. Well, we didn't have such questions in Terminator or in Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or well, there are a lot of movies, Die Hard, and so on and so on. Can you kill criminals if he committed a criminal? Well, I don't know, but this Kira, I don't think that this is such a big deal. It is not an important question for this movie. In this movie, there are another question. Well, can you make some vigilant justice? Not just vigilant justice if you understand that the state is not, well, the state cannot do it by itself. This is what about this movie, about vigilant justice. And all moral dilemmas, well, you see, it's about, well, killing people is bad, but is it bad to kill a bad people? Maybe it is good. No, it is, and so on and so on, you understand me. It is, well, I don't see any moral context in this movie. It has got another questions and another answers. I will say about them further. Okay, now about this Light Turner and Rook and other characters. Well, first of all, they don't work much with Rook, and it is said he doesn't have a lot of jokes, or he is, well, he's just plot device. You see, he goes with that Death Note, and it's all. He has his important role, but in anime it was much greater. He has a lot of jokes there, and it is said that he doesn't have a lot of jokes here. I want him more. Then this Light Turner, and he is just brilliant. You see, he is just teenager. He is stupid. He don't think much, or he thinks, but he doesn't understand what goes further. Well, he understands, okay, I will go, I will kill some criminals, I will make better world, but how will I go to power? How will I make this better world? What will I do with bad persons? If the justice system has made some mistakes, if these criminals is not real criminals, he was false accused, and so on and so on. He is young teenager, he has got a Death Note, he wants to impress his girlfriend. He shows to her his Death Notes and then he has sex with her. This is the answer. He is not brilliant, he is not intelligent. If he was a really smart person, maybe he verified time of deaths from the beginning. maybe he wouldn't use that databases. But you see, well, you hardly had any chances. Hardly have any chances. Just because if you start killing, so you get some information to your enemies, and they will find you with that information. They can find you. It becomes easier to them. Okay, we understand this. Light Turner is just a teenager who wants to revenge, who wants to, and he is not ready for consequences. Well, he understands that he wants to build a better world. He doesn't want to kill innocent people, as he understands what is innocent people. He understands that he maybe that we talk that they goes for his father, for that he should kill his father, or he should kill these FBI agents and so on. And he isn't ready for this. He even doesn't think. He even didn't think about all these consequences. He is young. He is stupid. He wants good, and he has a question: why I cannot make any vigilant justice? Why I cannot kill bad people? And I have an answer for you. Well, if you start to break rules, they will start break rules. If you will kill people who you think are bad, they can kill you. And that L, he has got a paper of Death Notes, and he can write the name of this Light Turner. And it is the end of the game. So we need rules just to live. You will believe in a safe society, or you cannot trust to anybody. Because rules, they are for all. For you, for me, for criminals. And if you can punish criminals without any rules, if you would kill criminals without any rules, so you just will break the system. And this is the answer. Light Turner have said, I will kill anybody whom I want to kill. And then L took this Death Note, the paper from Death Note, and he said, and I can do this. Do you want this, Light Turner? And Light Turner can say, hey, they're bad people. I have saved a lot of people. And this L could have said, you see, I think that you are bad people. You killed my friend, and so you are killer, and now I will kill you. And then Light Turner could say, hey, but I killed a lot of bad people, and that person could prevent me to kill bad people. And that L could say, you see, all that bad people, they had their own history. Somebody is from poor family, somebody had ill daughter, somebody could need money because he wanted to educate his sons, and so on and so on. So this is the answer. If you will break the rules, so other person will break the rules. This is the answer. It is set answer, but we should live in a world that has some rules of games. This movie was criticized, not broadly, but anyway, that Light Turner is white. Well, you see, I don't have problem with that. Well, manga was made in Japan, so this mangaka wrote them as Japanese. So this is American studio. American studio made this movie for Americans. So it made them Americans, white and black. L is black and light is white, and this helper of that L is Japanese. It's okay for me. I don't see much problem because they it would be maybe problem for me if it had happened in Japan and they are all were white, but it happened in America. Okay, let's go further. Well, there are a lot of difficult themes here. Well, losing of the one you love, revenge for your relatives, lie from media, conspiracy theories, and bullying. And it is very interesting to see it on a screen. Well, this Light Turner, he was bullied by other persons, and the government of the school just okay with that. Okay, he was bullied. Okay, well, nothing special about that. Let's forget about that. And yes, it sometimes happens. Oh, this Light Turner, he took a revenge for his mother. Very, very good, very interesting. Yes, a lot of people want revenge for their losses or the mother. The mother was killed, and they missed her, and they think about her, and it is very important too. And media. What if this media would give to Kira wrong information? So very interesting topic. I don't have moral dilemmas about killing criminals here because it is not more moral dilemmas for me. Just the simple answer: what should you do if you have opportunity to make some vigilance justice? Well, if you can do it, so it can be done to you. This is the answer of that movie. I think that movie is good. We have some idiot teenagers here, but if the hero is stupid, it doesn't mean that the movie is stupid. It is just the young person who doesn't understand the consequences of his acts, and then if he dies there, he would be understand, or we could understand. And it is very good that this L, he didn't write his name. Well, it is just the answer. If you can do some things without law, so these things can be done to you. If you will broke the governments, so nobody will protect you. Yes, government cannot judge properly, but you never can. So you don't understand the whole situation. For example, one person killed another person, and you think that if he is killer, so he has to die. No, it just not work like that. It worked like that a lot of time in a past. But now we have to understand why did he kill. Maybe he was right, maybe he protected himself or something. This is the answer, and it is good, funny movie, and I like it. It is just 7 points out of 10. Thank you for your attention.